Greetings, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Today, we will explore the astonishing narrative of American Chopper. Recollect the intense familial narrative, the lustrous chrome and resounding engines that rendered American Chopper one of the most iconic reality series of the 2000s, centered on familial devotion, tensions, the struggle to establish a legacy, and more than merely custom motorcycles. This video will examine the authentic narrative of American Chopper, detailing its inception, the factors contributing to its success, the discord that divided the two Tool families, and their current status. It marks the beginning of a reality television phenomenon, with a new series documenting the lives and careers of the two Tool families at Orange County Choppers, OCC, in New York, which premiered on the Discovery Channel in 2003. The concept was straightforward. Document a custom motorcycle business that crafted unique bikes for celebrities, corporations, and charitable causes. However, what distinguished the show was not merely the motorcycle builds, but the familial dynamics. At the core was Paul Toodle Sr., the stern, no-nonsense patriarch who governed the operation with an iron fist. His son, Paul Jr., served as the creative force behind many of the shop's signature designs, while Mikey, the youngest son, provided comic relief and poignant moments to alleviate the tension. Initially a specialized program focused on motorcycle fabrication, it rapidly evolved into a breakout success. Viewers were enthralled by the intense disputes, emotional upheavals, and genuine familial discord among the two protagonists. It epitomized the authenticity of reality television, rendering American Chopper an essential weekly viewing experience. How American Chopper dominated popular culture. The show's popularity skyrocketed in the mid-2000s. OC was no longer just a custom bike shop, it was a brand. Their motorcycles became iconic, their designs more ambitious, and their shop transformed into a state-of-the-art facility that drew crowds from around the country. Celebrities wanted bikes, companies paid big bucks for OC builds, from the Fire bike built to honor 911 firefighters to the PMAIA tribute bike. Every project had emotional weight and intricate design, and the two Tools weren't just building bikes, they were also creating stories on wheels. Merchandise, OCC branded apparel, toys, and memorabilia lined store shelves. The family's larger-than-life personalities were parroted on late-night TV, featured in commercials, and discussed on forums around the world. However, as the fame and money rolled in, tensions within the family reached a boiling point, and Paul Sr.'s tough love management style clashed constantly with Paul Jr.'s artistic temperament. Eventually the family feud turned professional, and in 2008 Paul Sr. fired his own son from OC. This was a significant turning point, not only for the business but also for the show and the relationship between the family. The store that once represented solidarity and a common passion had turned into a battlefield as Paul Jr. sued his father for a 20% ownership stake in the business, sparking a protracted legal struggle that was depicted on film as well as in court. Following American Chopper's 2010 cancellation by Discovery Channel, a spin-off series titled American Chopper Sr. vs. Jr. chronicled the separate paths of the two Toll brothers and aired on TLC the subsequent year. While Paul Jr. established his own shop, Paul Sr. continued with Orange County Choppers. Although the spin-off reignited audience interest in Paul Jr., it became apparent that the initial allure was diminishing, and the familial bond that had captivated viewers had been irreparably fractured. Following a decline in ratings, the show's original run concluded in 2012. American Chopper made a brief resurgence on the Discovery Channel in 2018, featuring an older and presumably wiser cast. Fans yearned for reconciliation, and for a time, it appeared plausible. However, entrenched behaviors proved difficult to change. Nonetheless, the relaunch included poignant moments and impressive builds. Paul Sr. and Paul Jr. were prepared to transcend their history and reconstruct not only their motorcycles but also their relationship. After 2 seasons, the revival concluded, marking the end of a chapter in reality television history. However, underlying issues persisted in 2020, and the revival failed to replicate the unblemished vitality of the original series, as indicated by court documents. Paul Sr. engaged in a legal dispute regarding a new spin-off series titled Orange County Choppers American Made, which was arranged with investor Thomas Derbyshire. Derbyshire alleged that Paul Sr. misappropriated show funds for personal expenditures, such as automobile payments and fishing excursions, rather than for production expenses. The concept was abandoned prior to the airing of any episodes, but the substantial headquarters of Tut Tools in Newburgh, New York, Initially listed for sale at $2.9 million, ultimately sold for a lesser amount after several years on the market. Paul Sr. relocated to Florida with aspirations of a fresh start. In collaboration with businessman Keith Overton, he established a new OC Roadhouse and museum that fused culinary offerings, entertainment, and motorcycle culture. Despite its modest scale, the venture held promise for innovation. Paul Sr. remains fervent about custom motorcycles and continues to build them in his new residence, away from the scrutiny and pressures of New York. Meanwhile, Paul Jr. has flourished independently, with Paul Jr. Designs attaining both critical acclaim and financial success through collaborations with organizations such as MLB and Blizzard Entertainment. Free from the persistent discord with his father, he has also explored product design and publishing. Paul Jr. has exhibited a heightened focus on creativity and artistry, and his net worth reportedly exceeds that of his father, reflecting his business acumen and artistic talent. Although he occasionally revisits his television origins, he seems satisfied to prioritize his business and family life. Mikey, the protagonist of the show, is a beloved figure owing to his relaxed demeanor, creative pursuits, and commitment to mediating familial conflicts. Nevertheless, he grappled with the psychological burden of celebrity and the persistent discord between his father and brother. In 2012, Mikey withdrew from the entertainment industry and public life to focus on his mental well-being. Although he has made occasional appearances, he has largely remained out of the limelight, dedicating himself to art and personal growth on his own terms. 2 decades following its inception, the legacy of American Chopper endures. American Chopper remains a significant milestone in the annals of reality television, as it rendered motorcycle manufacturing accessible, dramatic, and profoundly human, while introducing custom motorcycle culture in an unprecedented manner. Although the cameras have since departed, the legacy of the Tatools endures in custom shops worldwide, where enthusiasts continue to rewatch episodes and share memories online. Despite various challenges, the Tatools left an indelible mark on popular culture, transcending their roles as television personalities to become emblems of family, passion, and the perils of intertwining business with familial ties. Their narrative resonated with millions due to its authenticity, a father and son who cherished one another yet struggled to find common ground. Their journey was replete with triumphs, setbacks, comebacks, and repercussions. Regardless of whether you viewed American Chopper for the familial dynamics or the remarkable motorcycle constructions, the show's impact is indisputable. It provided us with indelible moments, legendary motorcycles, and an authentic insight into the cost of achieving success. American Chopper transcended mere motorcycle fabrication. It encapsulated aspirations, the genesis of innovation, familial tensions, and the quintessential American ethos of creativity and resilience. Currently, Paul Sr. is reconstructing in Florida, while Paul Jr. is thriving independently. Mickey is seeking tranquility away from public scrutiny, and audiences continue to observe, reminisce, and track the evolving narrative of the Two-Tool saga. If you appreciate this comprehensive analysis of American Chopper, kindly like, subscribe, and comment with your favorite episode. Thank you for viewing, and we look forward to seeing you next time.